What is up, guys? And we're back. Man, it has been a while since we have touched this save. I have been so busy making guides, working out of my main save, using the command console. I forgot that I can play this game properly. Now, I don't know how many of you are still following the playthrough series, but this is where we left things off. It's actually kind of funny to think about what we were thinking in the last episode. Now, if you remember, I think we set up a mixing station in the sweatshop, just having a go to see whether we could automate something in such a small area. And obviously, I think it goes without saying that we failed miserably. Though we have produced a lot of jars of some good product, this is not going to be enough to sustain any sort of substantial growth. Now, I think at this point, I'm just going to be throwing away all of my mixes because, oh no, we've wasted so much product. Now, just taking a quick peek at these shelves. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to worry about production anytime soon, so I'm probably just going to walk away from this factory. Though, putting some mixer into these shelves is going to be a good idea. Man, it has been so long since I've actually had to go and physically buy stuff. I've been locked to the console for the past few days. I don't want to sound like a hero, but I'm saying I do it for you guys. I'm seeing comments down below for advice and questions, and I just can't help myself. I really want to help you guys. And I do enjoy making the guides as well, but I think, look, to be honest with you, towards the last couple guides that I've put out, I don't think my heart and soul has been in there. I just, creating guides are very tiresome, and you know, they can get a bit repetitive, especially if you're covering a topic that you've already covered before. And obviously we had that chemist update where now we can assign 4 stations to our chemists. I'm getting a lot of requests. Can we revisit the bungalow? Can we optimize this for one more time? And the answer is, in all honesty, no. This bungalow is as optimized as it's ever going to get. You know, we could probably fit 1 or 2 more stations in here, but we can all see the production that this small bungalow is producing. This is so much more production than we're ever going to need for this stage of the game. The main problem we have now is laundering our product. Our dealers are working at a semi-efficient rate. But here's what we're going to do on this episode. While I can, I'm going to optimize Benji. So I'm actually going to free up all of my dealers' customers, and I'm going to quickly do an optimization chart for these different effects. So this is the assigned customer list that I've created. Each one of these customers has desired effects that fall into the category of this product right here. So why this product is so good is because we did an 8-stage mixing process. It's given it heaps of different effects, and these are all very different effects. So what we can do is we can go to the customer list. I've got the resources in the description for you below. You can match up what customers have desired effects that match to your product, and you can build a list under a dealer and assign all of those customers. You can assign that list of customers to your one dealer, right? And then you can fill your dealer with obviously just all of the product with those effects. So we have heaps of jars with the desired effect that we're looking for. Now, of course, Benji isn't going to be home as we need him. And I don't have my skateboard on me as well, so we're just going to have to go run after him. I'm not going to be doing any more parkour in the van. And as I say that, I'm thinking, why not? We can get a van through here and maybe even up and through the skate park. I want to know, can we go over these plant pots? Yeah, we can. Ooh. This is climactic. I'm not seeing any problems with this. And here he is. So we're just going to collect what he's got, and then we're going to trade with him, take off all of this, and just fill him with our new and improved product. We're also going to go to our product page and we're going to find our new product, which is going to be... I can't even remember what it was called. This one here, and we're going to suggested price of 340. I'm going to bump that up to 370. And hopefully, Benji is going to make... Oh, we were playing with fire there. We got like, imagine if we got cuffed with all of our 8-stage mixing. Here's a question for you guys. I want to know if any of you guys have been busted with a lot of product on you. Has that ever happened? Have you lost like heaps of stuff? I personally haven't. But you know what? I'm also tempted to see if we should turn up the police intensity for the rest of this playthrough. We could jam it to 10. I will happily play through the rest of this game with police intensity on 10 if that is something you want to see. Cool, so we're going to call it a night. Now, before we do that, I think I'm just going to shoot off quickly to all of our laundry stations. So that's the post office we need to go to and the laundromat. We're just going to chuck as much money through those as we can. And hopefully, by either the end of day tomorrow or the day after, we're going to have the barn unlocked. If you've been following the playthrough, you're going to know how quickly we've gotten there. There's been a lot of labor in the early stages to get there. But it's like that initial period of hard labor that we did has kind of like paved us a way forward. So now we're slowly inching towards mid-game, kind of like all of the systems that we put into place before we reached mid-game has like set us up. So now all of that labor that we did is like, you know, what am I trying to say here, guys? Do you understand what I'm saying? Right, so we're off to a good start here. We could probably... I've said this before, but we can probably run down this factory. We're so close to Bagman 5. That's going to be the brick press. If we can get the brick press before we get into the barn, I'm going to be pretty happy with that. Now, I want to take a peek. I want to watch Benji closely. So, he's made... Oh, and Brad's completely out. So, let's go fix Brad. I have a feeling Benji's profitability for this optimization that we've done for him with the more expensive product is really going to pay off. Now, it's time to think about how we're going to move into the barn. This is a pretty big step for most people in the game, is that transitionary phase from the barn, or from the bungalow to the barn. That is not Brad. I don't have my revolver with me. What is up, my guy? Love the sunnies. Take that. You're welcome. While I've got you here, it's probably time to let you know I've put over 120 hours in Schedule 1 since release. So there's been a lot of game hours, and I don't know if you've ever played a game for 120 hours over 10 days, but you do start to feel a little bit of burn. Now, I'm just going to float the question, what other games are you guys interested in? Is there any more content that you'd like to see come out on this channel? Or are we going to keep this strictly Schedule 1? I have no problems with doing that. I see a big future for Schedule 1, and I think it's probably more just how I'm managing my videos and my time. I probably need to take a step back just a little bit to kind of just like reassess and recoup. You know, I've been putting in 16-hour days trying to get 3 videos up a day. Now, that's not a very sustainable process, you know, working 16-hour days. Well, it's not really work because I'm obviously enjoying it. I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't having fun. But it's not really a cycle that I can keep going forever. And I know, I just have a feeling if I step back, you know, I don't want to time it wrong. You know, when everyone's super interested in the game and everyone's trying to get through it, I don't want to then step back at a super pivotal time. You know, I feel like it's a pretty big risk. You know, the progress we've made on this YouTube channel and the support that you guys have given me has been like pretty life-changing. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of opened my eyes to new possibilities for me. And obviously, one of the biggest dreams that I have in this world is being a creator on YouTube. There's something about just making videos that really makes me happy. And I don't know whether it's probably wise to share this, but yesterday we actually made partner. So that is a massive milestone for me. I never thought I would reach partner in anything, let alone Twitch or on YouTube. So it's actually it kind of makes me a little bit emotional to talk about just how significant that means for me. I think it just opens a door that was never really open for me. And, you know, I'm a pretty persistent person and I don't really have a lot of quit in me. So if I want something, you know, I'm going to pursue it. And I think from the bottom of my heart, I have to say to whoever's watching this video right now, thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. All the comments, the likes, and the engagement on the meeting you guys on the Discord as well has been really awesome. So yeah, just a big thank you to everyone that has shown support up until this point. I haven't really acknowledged it. A lot of you guys are saying, you know, the growth the channel has seen has been crazy. And I've just kind of been just trying to avoid the topic, but I do see it. And obviously it's having a bit of an impact on me. I just haven't really acknowledged it or recognized it, maybe in a video or publicly up until this point. All right, enough with the SOP story. I just had to get that off my chest. So all of you loyal viewers, I know who you are. And again, I've put out a lot of guides recently. If you're having trouble with any of them, I'm so sorry. You know, it pains me a lot when I see comments with you guys struggling. I know the majority of you people, the majority of my viewers are going to be totally fine. And if they run into an issue, they're going to be able to solve it. But for the people that are having trouble setting those guides up, I am very sorry. Between, making videos and planning and trying to manage a few different things, I'm trying to get into the comment section more. And I know I've been slacking over the past 2 days, but I am going to start reading and replying a lot more. All right, while I have been yapping and banging on, we've seen Molly with 5,000 in her account. Now, from memory, if you guys remember from any of the previous episodes, you're going to laugh when I say this. From memory, I'm pretty sure the barn is 25,000. Now, for anyone who's laughing right now, yes, I know I've been wrong about every single price of the properties up until this point, but hey, we're going to get it right. We're going to fix it. We're going to actually have a look this time and not just take a shot in the dark. Again, I've just pulled up to the post office. Seems to be something that I'm commonly doing. I guess they look pretty similar. Like maybe the entrance or something. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so we've got the docks for 50 and the barn for 25,000. Car wash for 20. Yeah, we're going to have to go for the barn. What day is it today? Saturday. So we're going to get our deposit limit back. Now, I'm interested. Benji hasn't really... Oh, he has actually. 1.8. This is, that feels like he's moving pretty quickly. Honestly, it hasn't been that much game time since we dropped the product off to him. I don't even think it's been a full day. So, it is still 3 o'clock. We're going to get him to the end of the day to see what happens there, but maybe for now, what we can start doing is if we wait until 6, we've got a bit of money on us. I think if we slowly, because, oh, there we go. We've just laundered 4,000, never mind. What I was thinking and what we're probably going to do tomorrow, if we can only launder so much money in a day and we just have excess cash and then we're also making more than our launder limit a day. Excuse me? Oh, I don't own that yet. We might as well spend some money, right? Because what are we going to do with it? It's just going to stay stagnant. It's literally just there for nothing. So we might as well start buying what we're going to need for the next operation. Is this a worker? Do you work here? You just hang out at the post office. Looks like she's just hanging out. This place is a back door. Interesting. Just hanging out at the post office. What is she looking at? It's not a bad little view, actually. If you're into people watching, that's not bad. Get out of here. Mine. I'm so sorry. She was alright. Okay. Alright. Nope, no, she's leaving. Where is she going? And why is your shirt like... Okay, maybe it's not like that. She's smiling at me. Hey, lady. Bit of a cutie. She's meeting up with her friend? Okay. Bit of a sidetrack here. Maybe because she's yellow. I'm just drawn to everything yellow for whatever reason. Oh. Next time. Cool thing, if you just sit up against it, it'll swing open on the time. And you can just back in here. I actually don't even need to drive in here, but I guess I have. Oh, very interesting. So we do have brick presses unlocked. We must have got that last level. Hang on. So we're getting load into vehicle and we're not even close to the loading bay. So this is a good little tip. It doesn't actually need to be on the loading bay. It can be close. So this is what we're going to get, I think. I don't think we need 2 brick presses, right? I think 1 will be enough. Yeah? Cool. That's a pretty big milestone for us. We're slowly stacking in mixing stations because they're very expensive. At 3,000 a pop, we're going to need 8 of these because I'm going to be building an 8-step mixing solution in the bungalow. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set up a mass production of raw product at the factory, and then I'm going to set up an automatic 8-step mixing station in the bungalow. So I'm going to tie the 2 properties together. And I've had this idea for a little while, but it's not really something that I think people will find much use for. Obviously, if you guys want to see it, there will be a video for a guide, but I am guided out. I'm tutorialed up to the max right now, so if we can avoid making any guides in the near future, I would be so happy. But of course, it's going to kill channel engagement. But at this point, I think it's what is more important is we just have fun. If you're not having fun with it, then there's no point even doing it. If you're doing stuff that you don't want to do, this is just some good general life advice. If what you're doing doesn't bring you joy, chances are it's never going to lead anywhere good. You have to enjoy what you're doing, and that goes for anything in life. If you're not enjoying it, you're not going to see results. If you do enjoy something, you have unlimited upside potential. There you go. You didn't think we were going to get philosophical in a cowboy episode, but we did. It only took 8 episodes to get there. I'm about to start riffing. We're in riffing territory here, guys. And some episodes, I'll go on a riff, and then I'll watch it back and think, don't ever do that again. This episode was totally fine until you just started talking nonsense in the middle of the video for no apparent reason. So maybe we should avoid a bit of a riff right now. Anyway, I think we're going to actually play the game. We're playing the game. We're in the game. We're living the game. We're going to switch over to a brick press. I was checking this out before. I think we've got enough jars for our personal supply. And to be honest, we're not even dealing ourselves at the moment. Let's have a look at Benji. Whoa! In one day? Or like just over one day? And he's still got 212? That man is going to have 20,000 very soon. So yeah, that dealer efficiency guide should already be on the channel. It's probably uploaded as this goes live, but yeah. So we're just gonna go from the mixing station to the brick press, and then we need to assign a handler. I don't think it's this guy. Oh, what's going on here? Ah, so these were our jars. So this is the man we're looking for. Ooh. We just want to... We don't even need to do that. Okay, so now we've converted this to a brick producing factory, and I don't think it's going to take us long. We're already out of mixer, which is a little bit annoying, but what do we need? So we need 160, 320. I'll show you a cool little trick. So if you put in 320, it's going to say order too large. Just chuck in 160, and then you're going to throw 160 in the back of your van. Is this a trick? Really? Is this a trick? To order 2 orders, one to use a van to put stuff in? I think the man who drives a banana van is trying to overcomplicate something simple. But there you go. Pro tip from Cowboy. If you have a van, use it. You have no idea how good it feels to be back in the seat, just playing for fun. It has been so long since I've played this game for fun. It's like you can almost hear the pain in my voice in those guides where I'm just trying to explain different stuff. And not only that, I don't mind fielding questions, but if that's all I'm doing all day is just fielding questions, it can be a bit of a drain. A bit draining. I feel like tech support, you know? Obviously don't let that stop you from asking any questions. If you have questions, I want to hear them. So Benji is currently creaming the competition. This might work out pretty well, actually. So we're gonna go collect a bit of money from each of my employees, and then we're gonna go back to the launder stations. 3,700 is not bad. Oh man, look at it. It's like it was yesterday. How goated was that tip to grab the supplies before the van blows up? That's kind of what made that first episode take off, I think. A lot of people, I don't think, thought to do that. And to be honest, it just kind of occurred to me in the moment. It's not really something I had pre-planned. I just thought, you know, and actually I didn't even realize to do it until I harvested the plants. I was like, oh, well, I just might as well just take everything. But then in classic fashion, I didn't pickpocket the apartment money back from Mrs. Ming after paying it, so the balances were restored. Next time, if we ever do another playthrough, we could probably do it a lot faster, I think. We could probably get to this stage probably in like a couple less episodes. All we'd have to do is not play with basketballs and just implement some of the tricks you guys have been leaving on these videos. Right, so we actually have the money for the barn in our inventory, and it is Sunday. So I'm just gonna think about how I want to do this. I think actually it's probably gonna be more efficient if I just go to sleep, max out my deposit limit on the ATM, and then go and buy the barn. I just took a short break to wait for some of this product to cycle. I totally forgot what I was doing. I was going to go to sleep. I was replying to some comments. I'm really stoked you guys like the mixing setup and the bungalow. I can't wait to recreate it in this Let's Play. It's going to be fun. Whoa, look at these bricks come out. Wow, 5 bricks in that short amount of time in the bungalow. That is insane. We're running low on phosphorus. They still have 10 each, so what we can do... No, pseudo, sorry. I'm just going to restock these shelves. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take the single stage mixing out. Now just bear with me. Okay, so we've unlocked high quality. So, yeah, we've got a bit of an interesting idea now. So all of these lab ovens don't have any destinations. So what I'm going to do is we're going to select raw product now just to go straight to the brick press. So we're going to skip the mixing step entirely. This is going to give us a bunch of raw bricks because I think we're going to be totally fine on mixed product until we get to the barn. And then that way we can leave the raw bricks here, create more of this product for Benji through our 8-step mixing process, our 8-step automatic mixing factory that we're gonna produce, You following me? So yeah, we're going to use all of that excess raw product to do an 8-step, increase the value on it, because that 8-step process that I've made is super efficient. And then we're going to take the mixed product, give it to Benji with his optimized dealer list. I think that's probably like a super smart way to progress from the bungalow to the barn. Now, without further ado, I'm going to go purchase the barn, finally. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. So we did have a goal to get into the barn by the end of the ep. I'm so glad that we achieved that. Yeah, so it's been a pretty productive episode. I'm back again. What is going on? Is there a mod that switches these two around, please? Anyone know that? Alright guys, I'm not going to bang on anymore, but we're going to purchase this property, and that is going to be the barn. Great. That is so good. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. I've already poured my heart out to you in the middle of the episode. Sorry for getting a bit soppy with you. If you're still here and you're still watching, I just want you to know you mean so much to me. Thank you again for watching. A like, comment, subscribe also obviously goes a long way. Obviously. And as always, I will see you in the next one.